I gotta do all the self-advertisement before I go live. That's how it works here. Okay, then this thingy. Oh, that's the wrong button. Ah! Wrong button. Funk. Yep, today is a non-Genshin day today. Kinda weird, I know. I'm having to look at my schedule again for my regular stream days. Kinda sad. And turn desktop on. Then go here. How are you today, Gino? Today is Melty Day. Yay! Woo! Yay, we're melting! Woo! Isn't it fun? It's so hot! Big melty. And I must have slept with my mouth open or something, like a big snorer. Or like someone who broke their neck and they sleep upside down. Because I'm dying even more than usual. Anyway. This sounds kind of low. That's better. Mounting with eggy. Maybe I should put an egg on my forehead and just like let it cook. Cause then I get to have breakfast food. Sippy. Also, it totally seems like they brought the entire Halloween event for this game out. So, I don't know. I've been thinking about it. It's perfect time for all Halloween, right? Right in the middle of summer, 128 degrees. 128. Whoa! 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah? I guess today's a party at Tsujio. Wow! Huh. Interesting. Well, let's get into it. Yoink! Oh, right. I forgot. In this story so far, part for 2? Party for 2! Yay! Yeah, party for 2. Don't worry, I bought an entire cake, which means it's only gonna have to be put in half, and then it's gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing. Round of applause! For some reason, I hear myself more than usual, and I don't know why. It's weird. I don't know, Gino. Sounds like you're gonna have to take me out to dinner or something first. Yeah? Yeah? So I totally forgot. We escaped from the brainwashing place and we made it to our Lord and Savior, Genius Man. Thinking. Thinky.
くそ、一旦退却だ。
Bye, Scarabia. Bye. It's been a bit since I streamed this one. I almost forgot.
覚えたのよ。
But I probably have seen the last of you. Well, this iteration of them.
ほら、チレよ小魚ども。
That VA is unhinged and I love him. Go on and scan you bunch of minnows.
皆様のまたのご来
He said
店
bye
お
bye.
待ちしております。
Oh. Oh?
やったんだぞ。見てけこんにゃら。
This here's our gremlin pet. I don't know if you know Twisted Wonderland Geo. I don't remember if you've been here for one of these streams or not. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. Sippy. We're gonna be doing a lot of sippies today.
いい気分になっているところ恐縮ですが、
I do hate to rain on your parade,
オンボロ
but...
寮のお二人には 今の戦いで傷ついた机や椅子の修繕費
What do you mean? Repair fees for tables and chairs damaged in the fight. There were no tables and chairs
およ
damaged.
び巻き込まれた僕らの労働費を支払っていただきたいのですが
Not to mention our own labor rates since we were dragged into this affair.
金取るんだぞ。
To be fair, we kinda use them as a meat shield. I mean, yeah. We did use them as meat
タ
shields.
コ殴りにされそうなところを救ってあげたんです。安いものでしょ。
Surely it's a small price to pay for us rescuing you from Inky Depth's apparel. Yeah, they did
俺
save us.
様たち、スカラビアの揉め事に巻き込まれて、ひでえ目にあったばっかりだってのに。
Okay, but why does our MC always get pulled in everyone's drama? What is this? What is this? Why? First we get dragged into a bunch of Scarabia and fighting. Now this life sucks. Exactly, Zumpster Bunny. Hello. How are you today?
やっぱり、この学園にはろくなやつがいねえんだぞ。
Okay, Grim finally figured it out. I swear there ain't a decent guy in this whole school. Yeah, bad? That's okay. Gio and I are melting. It's 120 degrees Fahrenheit where I'm at. A smile. And about like 86 degrees in my room. I'm sick. Dumpster Bunny, no. Bad, no sicky. I'm afraid I'm going to get sick with the way the temperature is. I'm just being real. Huh?
なんですって
Well, sit back, relax, and watch some Twisted Wonderland today, Dumpster Bunny. Maybe get yourself some superinis. Unless it's like super hot where you're too. My mother was just recently diagnosed with diabetes. Life has not been the best this week. Oh dear. Yeah, diabetes can definitely just show up a lot later in life, just randomly, to my understanding. Well, not randomly. You start seeing some signs. You do. Which type, do you know? Not that I know the different types off the top of my head and their very specific meanings, but some of them are a lot more dealable than others, to my understanding.
スカラビアの揉め事とは
Oh? Now Azul's interested. What do you mean, Scarabia infighting? Oh dear. Well, this is a long story. Oh, good. The type that's
スカラ
not
ビアの
an
領長の
autoimmune
圧
thing.
を
Good. That is good news. I mean, at least it wasn't that one, right? Of all things, you just had to. You can't stop it, right? But at least it wasn't that type of diabetes. The small mercies, and I'll take it in this world, right? It's like today, my cat vomited on my counter rather than peeing on my counter, like she has been because of her emotional issues lately. Small mercies. It was vomit this time. Still painful, but it is a lot better than it could be. The House Warden of Scarabia is acting out of control, you say? Oh, Azul is way too invested.
そう。寮生たちが毎日カリムに大変な目に遭わされてるんだぞ。
I still vote that I would totally team up with Azul at any chance. He's too smart. He's like perfectly smart. You need him on your team. Or you're against him, and then that's problem. Oh, that scared me. Oh, hi. Hi, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Twisted Bisojo. Yes. Good name. Good choice. Hello there. Hi, welcome. I'm going to assume a Twisted Wonderland enjoyer with good taste. Oh, man. But yes, anybody who ever plays Twisted Wonderland ever and they said they're not going to ally with Azul is crazy. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. You are correct. Good taste. Excellent taste. Yeah, Kalim's running all his dormmates through the ringer every day non-stop.
あのカリムさんがそんなことを。
I'm not gonna ally with Azul! What? Crazy, I was crazy. No, Geo, no! Not the rats! I wouldn't have expected that for Kalim. Of all people. Wow. He's actually taking it seriously.
ラッコちゃんってそういうことするタイプなんだ。
Yep, we're on book 4 today. I never knew the little sea otter had it in him. Wow.
あま
They're
りイメージ
shook.
にありませんね。
He's never given me that impression either.
副寮長のジャミルってやつがめちゃくちゃ困っててよ。
Jamel's got his hands full trying to deal with it. Come on, Azul,
この
sniff him
学
out.
園にして
You
は
can
珍
tell.
しくいいやつで、俺様ちょっぴり同情しちまったんだぞ。
Octavia now? Shook! Right? He's a decent guy, which is pretty rare for this school, that's true. I feel kind of bad for him.
で、そんな
Which
ピンチだ
one
っ
do
て
you
の
feel
に
bad for him?
学園長は全然連絡つかねえし。
And can't even
本
reach
当
the
に
head
無責
mage.
任なやつなんだぞ。
When is head mage ever useful, Grim? The little chicken nugget that he is, the burnt chicken nugget. The Crowley, I swear. I love Jamil! He's one of my loves. Yeah.
アズールはジャミルさんと同じクラスでしたよ。
I wanna learn more about him. So you're in Jamil's class, right? Yeah.
選択授業も同じことが多いので、
We also share a
よく
number
ご
of
一緒しています。
electives. They don't cross often.
グリムさんの言う通り、彼はこの学園では珍しいタイプかもしれません。
As a rarity in this school. Yeah.
あまり主張がないというか、おとなしくて地味というか。
Wow, look at you compliment somebody. Azul, what the hell? He's demure, poised, you might say. He's hardly ever ventures opinions of his own.
俺もバスケ部で海蛇くんと一緒だけど、いい子ちゃんのプレイするやつって印象。
I'm in the basketball club with Sea Snake, and he pretty much plays like a goody
他
goody.
の寮にあんま興味ない
Never
か
paid
ら知ら
attention
な
to
かった
other
けど。
dorms to start with. Good
スカ
choice.
ラビアの
I
副
wouldn't
寮
either.
長だったんだ。
I had no idea he was the vice warden for Scarabia. I mean, of course Floyd wouldn't pay attention to the other dorms, really. They just kind of exist in his bubble, or not in his bubble at all.
寮長の圧政に副寮長である彼が困っている。
So he's one of your faves, right? Yeah, Twisted? So who is your favorite? Do you have one amongst the others? Well, what's my favorite dorm? Classic Floyd. That's a hard choice. Really, I would have to say for me, it had to either be Octavinel or Diasomnia. Oh, my phone's going off. Let me mute it. I'm sorry. Mute. No sound. Yes, Jamil's one of my favorites, and I have a lot of favorites. Yeah, oddly, I have an odd favorite that not a lot of people overall in the community seem to care for. But I was hanging out with another streamer for Twisted Wonderland in their chat, just watching them and, you know, talking around. Sevik, Dumpster Bunny, you ruined my surprise. Yeah, I like Sevik. I don't know why, but he just kind of grew on me. I don't know what it was. He has a cute character design, first of all. Second of all, I admire his loyalty because he's just so committed to his goal. It's kind of cute. He's a little cutie. And now we know he's having trouble dealing with his house warden's antics.
では、
Sevik is pretty
力になっ
cute.
て差し上げなくては。
Sounds like I should come to their aid. Oh, look at Azul. Helping poor unfortunate souls as he does. Oh, cute. I can't wait to see this. Azul just like rolls up with all of his luggage. Hey guys, how's it going here in Scarabia? I heard there's been interesting things. See, and then is this? They're just like a chaotic neutral, kind of, or chaotic. They're always going for a business plan. Somewhere, somehow, they will find an angle. And I can't deny that I would totally be in on it. There's barely anything about him in the main story, yet something about him is endearing, right? Yeah, Sebek is really endearing to me. We're going on vacay! It sounds like I should come to their
What?
aid, yeah? Did you hit your head or something when I wasn't looking?
どういう風の吹き回しなんだぞ
Graham. Mm-mm. He hurt his head a long time ago, like, most of the people in this place's mentality is not the greatest place. So, you should accept it by now.
しっけえな。僕は前回の一件で自分の欲深さを反
I
省し
never.
心を入れ替えたんです。
I'll have you know, the last incident forced me to reflect on my greed. I came out of it a changed man. A changed man, everyone.
これからは海の魔女のように
Completely
慈悲の
wholesome.
心で学園に貢献しようと決めてい
Not
ます。
problematic at all. Yeah, see, no one in the school is saying, no. Everyone is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine, right? See, as well as moving forward, I've decided to contribute to the school as a whole in honor of see which is spirit of benevolence. Isn't that wholesome? See, completely sane and wholesome. And have I visited Fontaine yet? No, I think I have to complete Sumeru to get to Fontaine. I don't know. I don't know if I'm actually physically... Can I go there? Not doing the storyline, like, run on my little feety ringies to get there?
今、スカラビアが危機に瀕し、クラスメートが助けを求めている。
Now that Scarabia is faced with crisis, and my very own classmate is in need of help,
そんな
I
一
can
大
hardly
事
ignore them.
無視することはできません。
Yeah, look how benevolent. You can go there. Okay, so I can go. Is your guest room half Octinavin? How'd you guess? It actually is. But I'm kind of trying to make my guest room a little bit catered around Sebek, and he likes a different style than just Diasomnia. What was it? Style? I think it was style. I don't remember what they called it. Huh. I'm really behind on my guest room. It's very small. Oh no. Oh god. Hold on, I'm glad I looked. When I do something with my hands for dramatic effect, I always make sure because it gets in the way of my camera. My bad. It's a far trip. Unique and cool, something like that. Shrug. Shrug. Oh, unique and cool, yeah. Statue thingy? Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. No. You see, for the Zoom thing, I didn't complete it. I was having trouble because I want Twisted Wonderland on BlueStacks, and sometimes it messes up, or I get too busy, and I don't keep up with things like I should. Oh, God. I don't have the material yet, but hold on. After this chapter, I want to go look at the Zoom statue. Is it still there? Can you still get it? I'm not saying I would sell a kidney for it, but I'd sell someone else's kidney for it. Oh no, they're totally into this. Oh, they're like, oh, we're gonna go be, yeah, we're going somewhere?
Ho ho.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's a thing where Sepik Soom bounces on a pedestal. Cutie. I am so upset. I like to think of myself as a Sebek completionist, but the past few events where there was a Sebek card, I couldn't complete it. So, I am not quite the Sebek completionist that I want to be. I love Jade too. Jade is so much more subtle, but I think actually more chaotic than Floyd. It's mildly more terrifying because you can't tell what he's going to do. You know what Floyd is going to do. No idea what Jade is up to. And that's slightly more terrifying.
毎年同じ顔に囲まれてターキーをつつくのにも飽きてきた
Also, he loves mushrooms, and we love that for a person. It's just as well. I tire of picking up the same turkey dinner alongside the same faces every year.
僕たちも明日から
Why don't we pay
スカラビアへお
Scarabia
邪
a
魔しようじゃあり
visit?
ませんか。
Let's go together. Yay! Look, I felt a lot more safe going back to Scarabia where we were held hostages and we had to actually dig our way out with Azul on our team. Well, whether he jumps us under the bus or not remains to be seen. But you know he's gonna go into a scenario where he goes, I'm not stuck in here with you, you're stuck in there with me, right? Yeah. Wait till you see Masquerade Sebek. I saw his card, I want it! I have as much Sebek cards as I can get my hands on! Dumpster Bundy, hand me! Give me. See, for the event Sebeks, if I could just buy it, I would sell someone's kidney. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Maybe I just need to go around stealing kidneys or something, I don't know. Don't hold me to it, listen. This is not a confessionist. It's like killing ambulance, but not for me!
せっかく逃げ出したのに、
Yeah.
また監獄に戻るのか？
We
俺
just
様
broke
嫌
out
なん
of
だ
that
ぞ。
prison! You want us to march back in?
まあまあ、アザラシちゃん、そういうのって。
They're gonna drag this cat weasel all the way there. They're gonna like carry him by his head. Come on, Sealy. Don't be like that.
アズールに任せておけばきっと楽しいホリデーになりますよ。
There you go. Have some faith in Azul. I'm sure he'll make this holiday to remember. Oh, I'm sure he will. Yeah.
お邪魔するのに手ぶらも失礼です。ジェイド、フロイド、手土産の準備を忘れずに。
It would be rude to visit empty-handed, of course, Jade Floyd. Don't forget to wrap up our gifts. What gifts are you giving them? I don't know if I'm excited or scared. I think this is like the permanent emotion they give most people, is it not? You're like, oh, is this gonna be fun or is this gonna be terrifying? Is it gonna be terrifyingly fun or fun yet terrifying? I don't know where this is going. But I'm here for it!
灼熱の砂漠で過ごすホリデー。悪くないじゃありませんか。
I could certainly think of worse ways to spend winter break than in a sweltering desert.
楽しみですね。
Uh-oh. Positively delightful. Oh no. Okay, Azul. Okay, Azul. Alright. Okay. Yikes. Yikes? Maybe? Also. Do you craft the Sebek Zoom, or do you buy it? Is it from the shop, or do... Like, what is
いや
it?
いらっし
Oh,
ゃい。
Ghost Bucket.
ご機嫌
Hello.
いかが？
See, the example of why I never sell or get rid of all my extra stuff is because these events come right back. Here's a good example. Oh, I need Malleus.
ちゃん、欲しいものが見当たらない。
Mm.
このサムにお任せを。すぐお手元にご用意します。
Oh. Oh, this is cool. I actually didn't know these things existed. What? Oh, no way. Yeah? Oh, you know which one I'm buying first. This one, this one, this one, this one. Oh, I would actually wear the Octavanel's costume for Halloween first, to be honest. What do we got here? What do we got? What do we got? What are we looking at? Port Patch. Oh, right. Don't judge me. We're going to the guest room, but don't judge me. Don't judge me. It's been forever since I checked it. Ah. Don't judge me. We're cleaning. See, look at my room. I'm cleaning my room. You could literally advertise this as VTuber finally cleans their room. There we go. Okay. Yeah, see, I didn't get much done. Crafters? Oh, that's not the one. I need redecorate. I should know better. I should know better. There we go. Crafting. Is it under decoration? I'm too baby level, aren't I? Miscellaneous? Do I have to be a higher level? Oh. What? Do you have to have the Zoom card? No! Guys, don't tell me that's this under all. Oh. Under all. Okay. Alright, we're safe here. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I love that table. Look at that, that's cool. I will find the Zoom Zoom. I will find the Zoom Zoom. I will not have the Zoom Zoom. I told you I wasn't a completionist. You're gonna make me cry. I can make Cater's. Cater's my secret favorite character. Oddly enough, I really like the characters that Twisted Wonderland hasn't really gone into depth about. Maybe it's the mystery. Is that what does it for me? Is that what it is? Maybe it's like the subtle hints that I really enjoy. Do I have a type? Huh. I guess we can eventually work on Cater's then. I know. I give chat permission that if the Zoom event returns, which I think it will eventually, to yell at me to get my Zoom Cater because I need him for my emotional support. Oh wait, is that how you invite people? That's right. No? Yes? No? Maybe so. Oh. Well, clearly. Aw? No giftereenies? Oh, look at the cute sticker! Oh, what's this about? Hey, yo, go away. Bad phone. Bad phone. At least you can get Halloween Savick for free in this event. I already have him. Yeah, I can get him again. No problem. See, let's look.
馬術部の皆から内入りのサドルパッドをもらった
Totally.
自分専用
Totally
の
not my
勝負を
favorite
得
or
て
anything.
さらに身が引き締まる思いだ
Oh, is the event only for... Huh. Aha! Where is he? Where is he? Aha. I forget he's actually just a rare. Ta-da! See? Cutie. What, in honor of the Halloween event,
ジャッ
let's
クのくれた
make...
教本曰く
How do I
体
do this
幹を
again?
鍛えるにはバランスボールが有効らしい
There we go. And I still stand by my statement that the jersey uniform ones are very suspicious. The birthday jackets? Yeah, no, they look suspicious. There we go.
マレウス様とお揃いだ
I forgot, do you have outdoor... Where's the back? No, I don't. I don't have that one either.
茨の谷
I
のラ
was
ンタンは
trying to
木
get
製
to
だ
it, but like the last
か
few
ぼちゃより加工
battles
が難しく
were too strong for me
昔
and I
は作
couldn't
るのに
complete
苦
them.
労した
I was so angry. I was incensed. Incensed? Very angry! I was very angry. I was a little weak wee.
茨の谷のランタンは木製
That's not what I want either. I want to go back to the story.
茨の
That's what
谷
I
の
want
ラ
to
ンタン
do. Do you have apple palm sabik? Yeah. The winter one? We go look at more sabik.
竜とドラゴン
Let's go look at all my sabik cards. I am, I think, missing 2 or 3 sabik total. Maybe? See, we have both birthday sabiks. We have this one here. Here it is. Look how cute and soft. You can't tell me that's not adorable. Look at our cutie patootie. Look at him. Look how cute. Ah, what a cutie. So cute. Isn't he already groovified? Yeah, he's gotta be, right? Oh, yeah. I let him! Oh, I went feral when this one came out. Especially because of the apple. Listen. I'm not saying Apple and I share a motif, but we do share a motif. Yassified. Every single one except this one is. Which reminds me, that needs to be done. Oh, also, Malleus shares a birthday with Mia Mama. So I pulled for Malleus's birthday in honor and got Malleus. Also, I think Sepik just deserves to have Malleus next to him in the lineup. I think he deserves it. Now let me quit being distracted by cute Sepik and others. Yes. I want to see what Azul's gonna pull. I'm worried, but also excited. Sippy. But how are they gonna react to us just coming back after we escaped and stole a magic carpet? How's that gonna work out? Wait a minute. Hey, yeah, we came back, we brought back up. That's not gonna work out. Hey guys! I can't believe the ramshackle pair fled to Octavinelle. And they stole the magic carpet. What happens if the house warden finds out? Yeah. Yeah? I think we better take this to Vice House Warden.
こんにちは。お邪魔します。
Hi guys! Mind if we pop by? Hi!
うわー、熱っ。マジ真夏じゃん。
Oh, how on point. It's 120 degrees Fahrenheit where I'm at. And now we're going to Scarabia. Great. I can't even pretend it's cold. Good gravy, it's hot here. It feels like the middle of summer. Yeah, isn't it winter break? Yeah. And the Octavinelle guys who gave us a thrashing last night. Hey guys. They're scared now. What do you want?
ああ、皆さん。昨晩は失礼しました。
Permit me to apologize for what transpired last evening. Wait, are you gonna hand us over like a bargaining chip? Azul, wait, don't do it.
皆さんがか弱い動物を一方的にいじめているように見えたものですから。
Are we a bargaining chip? No. It looked as though you were bullying defenseless animals.
心優しい僕はとっさにかばってしまったんですが。
Okay, I stood up for them on the spot out of the goodness of my heart, yeah?
よくよく話を聞いてみれば。
But after I heard their story, I decided to return them to you. Yeah, our re-sacrificial pawn to you.
オンボロ領の二人はスカラビアから魔法の絨毯を盗み出した窃盗犯ということが分かりまして。
I knew this was coming. I just knew it. I just knew it. We are a sacrificial pawn for the greater scheme of what Azul needs to accomplish. Okay, just don't leave me here. Alright, buddy? I understand, but just don't leave me here. At least the food's good. I guess. But then it had to make me work out running in the desert. That's not so good. Yeah, it became clear to me that the two ramshackle residents were thieves who had made off with Scarabia's magic carpet.
間違いに気づいた僕は責任を持ってこの窃盗犯をひっ捕らえ。
Once I realized my mistake, I took personal responsibility for the matter. I apprehended the criminals.
魔法の絨毯をお届けに上がったというわけです。
And I came here to return the magic carpet to its rightful owner. It ain't fair, I tell ya. We tunneled our way out of this place, and now we are returned to it. Well, grim time to start eating the walls this turn. The ambulance was for us. Azul literally went into the ambulance driver's seat, turned it around, and brought us right back. He's like, bringing you back home, don't worry.
それは
Well,
ご協力ありがとうございます。
they probably didn't even tell them we got away, did they? Wait, did they not? Uh-oh.
おい、お前たち。そろそろ朝の特訓の時間だぞ。
Wow.
集合に遅れるとまたカリムに。
Hi, Jamil. We're just stretching our legs this fine morning. Yeah, see, it's about time for morning training. If you're late, Kaleem will. Yeah, you see, we're just stretching.
Oh.
No problem.
おや、ジャミルさん、こんにちは。
Hi,
ご機嫌いかがです？
How are you?
アズール・アーシェングロット。それに、リーチ兄弟。一体なぜここに？
Azul, Leech, what are you doing here?
僕たちの故郷は冬は帰省が困難な立地でして、
Yeah, our home isn't the most hospitable place in the wintertime.
毎年ホリデーは寮で過ごしてるんだ。
Woohoo! Holidays in the dorm.
なんだって？
Did you? Oh no! Is it a wrench in your plans? Did you not plan for them to be around? Is this what it is? Is this what it is?
ところで、カリムさんはどこにいらっしゃいますか？魔法の絨毯をお届けに上がったのですが。
By the way, where might Kaleem be? I'm here to return his magic carpet to him.
ああ、届け物なら俺が預かろう。
If you need to deliver something, I'll take it to him.
いえ、結構。この魔法の絨毯は国宝級の一品です。
Oh, but I insist. This magic carpet is a legendary artifact on par with national treasures.
後々傷などが発見されて、オクタビネルの奴らのせいだなどとクレームをつけられては困り
Azul
ま
is
す
so
から。
good. If it were discovered to be damaged later, Octavianel would be held liable. We can't have that now, can
直
we?
接カリムさんにお渡ししてしっかりと検品して
Can't
いた
have
だき
that. I prefer to hand it to Kaleem in person and have him assess its condition firsthand. Yes, yes.
カリムはそんなことは
Smart
気にしな
plan.
いは
Yes,
ずだ。
yes.
だから俺が預かって。
Kaleem wouldn't care even if it was damaged. Let me take it off your hands.
ご安心ください。
No, no, no,
落とし
no.
物の
I
20%
won't
に
even
当たる
ask
行
for my
動金を
standard
要求したりもしませんから。
finder's fee.
昨晩スカラビアの皆さんに働いた無礼についてもお詫び申し上げたいですし、
Consider that our way of apologizing for uncouth behavior towards Scarabia last night.
手土産のシーフード
Or,
ピ
you
ザ
know,
も持って
kicking
き
your
た
butts.
し。
Whoopsie. We also brought a seafood pizza. Ooh, interesting. As a little present, you wouldn't want it to get cold, would ya?
とにかく絶対に直接会ってお渡ししたいのです。彼
I
は
would
も
much
う起きてい
prefer
らっし
to
ゃいます
deliver
よね。
in person. He's awake, I trust.
だから今日は都合が悪いと。
Already
勝手に
walking
入っていくな
away.
アズー
Azul!
ル。
Azul! Yeah! He's not really far. Hey, you can't barge in there. But he is.
さあ監督生さんも参りましょう。
Now he's running. Shall we? I guess we
遅
shall.
れないでついてきてね。
But your guys' legs are long and mine are short. That's not gonna work out very well. Yeah, this is so much nicer when I'm not on the receiving end. It is. It's quite enjoyable, actually.
なんつ
I
う
kind of want to get
強引さなんだぞ
popcorn almost. These Octavianel guys are so pushy when they want to be. I love them. I love them. They invite themselves over, be like, oh, don't worry about it. I'll go handle this. Oh, wait, please, no. A show of benevolence. Okay. Yeah, this looks perfect. Yeah. Looks good. Schemer, it was called, these hands. I forgot that's what this was called.
あれアズール
The
な
champs
ん
are
で
back
うちの
on.
寮にいるんだ？
Oh, hey, Azul. What brings you to our dorm?
こんにちは。
Hi.
ご機嫌いかがですか、カリムさん。
It's nice to see you, Kaleem.
いやー、いつ来てもスカラビアは素晴らしい。
You are a great salesman. Goodness me, Scarabia never fails to impress every time I visit.
外は雪もちらつく真冬だというのに、まるで真夏の陽気じゃありませんか。
It's a veritable winter wonderland outside, yet in here the sun's so hot, it might as well be midsummer.
リゾート開発をすれば、 大量の集客が見込めそう
That
な
is true.
素敵なロケーションです。
You would have vacationers coming in droves if you open up a resort here. That is true.
おお、よくわかんねえけど、褒めてくれてサンキューな。
Aww. Look how pure his smile really is. You don't say. I don't really have the savvy for business stuff, but thanks for the kind
今日
words.
はあなたの魔法の絨毯を捕まえたのでお届けに上がったんです。
Any rate, I'm here today because I caught your magic carpet. I'd like to return it to you.
あいつまた勝手に逃げ
You
出し
ran
た
off
な。
again?
そ
I'm
い
sorry
つ
you
は
had
手
to
間
deal
をか
with
けた
that.
な。
Well, is that a regular occurrence, Kelly?
いえいえ。ところで
Is it?
今年スカラビアはホリデーを寮で過ごされるとか。
It's not bother at all. By the way, is Scarabia having holidays in the dorm this year? Good question.
ああ、もしかしてお前たちも？
Is Octavinel doing the same? Well, they have to.
そうなんです。いやー、奇遇ですね。
Let's have our winter celebrations together. Is that what I'm about to hear?
そこでこれを機にオクタビ
Yes,
ネ
I
ルと
knew
ス
it.
カ
Come
ラ
on.
ビアで
Get it in
親
there,
睦を深め
Zol.
る合
Say it.
宿をいたしませんか？
Oh, again. Really? Wait. Doing the same? Fancy that. In fact, let's say we take this opportunity to improve relations between our dorms. Oh man. Instead of Azul driving the ambulance for us to be returned back to you, I would say he's driving a train right through your plans. Is that what's going on? Oh no.
この冬採用されたというスカラビア
It
独
seems
自
there
の
are
学
many
習スタ
things
イ
to
ル
be
も
learned from
学ぶところ
Scarabia's
が多
unique
そうです
studying
し。
style. Oh hell no. Azul is so stinking smart. Like, come on, you can't tell me you wouldn't want this guy on your team. For, like, any scenario. Except maybe the apocalypse. He might plot your murder in case you were, like, dead weight. Beep, beep, mother chucky. Yeah, unique studying style that was apparently adopted this winter. He's like, what's up with that?
そりゃいい。オクタビネルの寮長がうちの寮に滞在してくれるなんて願っ
I
ても
would
な
be
い。
positively honored to host Octavinel's house warden here in our dorm.
カリム、俺は反対だ。
He's like, no, I'd recommend against this. How about we don't?
え？なんで
Yeah.
だよ。
But why?
他の寮に追いつくためにわざわざ冬休みを潰して特訓しているんだぞ。
The whole point of our current training regime is to catch up to other dorms.
それなのに
Hmm.
他寮の寮長を招き入れるなんて敵に手の内を明かすようなものじゃないか。
And one of the most scheming house wardens of the other dorms. Mind you, we're showing the enemy our hands.
敵なんて大げさだな。それにオンボロ寮の2人はお前が連れてきたんじゃないか。
He's hardly an enemy. Besides, didn't you invite the ramshackle? Are we not a threat to you? Huh? I will bite people's ankles off. And I know Grim will too. He eats poop off the floor. Do not underestimate him. He will eat your poop and spit it back at your face. I trained him. Well.
それは、
Well,
そうだが
yeah.
俺はい
や
お前たちのためにも言ってるんだぞ。アズール。
Look, so I'm saying this for your own good.
ジャミルさんのご意見はごもっとも。他の寮は常に成績を競い合うライバルですから。
You're absolutely right, Jamil. Other dorms are always going to be on some level our rivals.
残念ですが、僕らはこれでおいたましましょう。カリムさん、ジャミルさん、特訓頑張ってくださいね。
Azul, don't leave me. Azul! Azul, don't leave me here! Wait, what do you mean? Take our leave! No, best of luck with your training! Azul, don't.
ああ、極寒の中、今年も3人ぼっちのホリデーですか。まあ、仕方ないですけど。
The pity card. Back to spending yet another holiday stuck indoors. In the dead of winter, just the three of us. It's unavoidable, I suppose.
頑張って魔法の絨毯を捉えたんですかね。
We worked so hard to capture that magic carpet to bring it back.
モストロラウンジ
Damn
も
shame.
めちゃくちゃになったのにな。
Oh no. Woe is me. And it made a huge mess out of the monsters lounge. In the process.
はあ、しょんぼり。
Alas.
なんてあからさ
The
ま
act
な
though.
止めてほしいって態度なんだぞ。
Yeah, the guilt trip a little thick there, don't you think? Nah, it's gonna work.
ちょっと待った。
Not so fast.
は
Find yourself a bunch of gremlin friends like this. Here we
ア
go.
ズールはこの学校でもトップレベルの魔法師だ。
You can learn from them, he says. As well as one of the top magicians in our whole
ス
school.
カラビアの成長のためにも
Yeah,
滞在してもらった方がいい。
I think Scarabia would benefit greatly from having him over. Yeah, Azul is stinky smart.
それにせっかく訪ねてきてくれたやつを無下に追い返すなんてアジーム家の名折れだ。
Besides, turning away esteemed guests out of hand would bring shame upon the esteemed family.
ああ、カリムさん、なんて懐が深くてお優しい方なんでしょう。
Kind and generous soul.
もちろんですとも。僕で教えられることであれば何なりと。
Oh, naturally, I would be more than happy to share any insights I have with you.
料理や掃除のお手伝いなら僕たち双子には
Oh, you know that food's about to be real good now. Like, Jamil was already amazing, but now Jade's in here too. I'm gonna guess like Floyd's like the underrated, really good cook. He just gives that vibe. The two of us would be happy to assist in cooking and cleaning.
そうそう、いつも店でやってるから得意だし。
Do it at the lounge anyway, so we're pretty good at it.
そいつは助かる。ジャミルの負担も減るだろう。
Jamil looks so. Look at his face. Look at that perturbed expression. He is so amused by this. Yeah, he's so excited. That would be great, and it would ease Jamil's workload. Liam has the expression on my face when I make an evil genius plan, and this is my friend's face. This is exactly their dynamic. All three, Octo and Ella, guys can cook. Yeah, I just feel like Azul would be too busy doing everything else besides just cooking, right?
俺のことはいいから。ああ、もう全然聞いてないな。
I don't need any help. Forget it. You're not listening to a word I say.
よし、早速だがアズールの胸を借りて特訓だ。荷物を置いたら庭に来てくれ。
Kaleem is stoked though. Alright, let's get ourselves ready for some special training. It's your dorm versus ours. Put your things away, come to the courtyard. Let's go. I mean, Azul's family do own and run their own restaurants. Yeah, I did hear about that.
了解しました。スカラビアの皆さん、どうぞお手柔らかに。
Uh-oh. Evil plot. Evil plot! Huh.
準備はいいな。
I almost feel sorry for
丸飲み
them.
にしてやろう。
Almost. Let's do
よろ
this.
しいん
There
で
we go.
すかわいい
嬉しいぞ。
いける。覚悟はできたか。
終わりだ。
Do you guys know what event is supposed to be next after Halloween? Because I know they're doing a lot of new ones. Is it going to be the new Halloween? Wait. August, October. Yeah. It should be the new Halloween, right? So they're doing the old Halloween rerun now to lead up to the new one, correct? If I'm correct.
いいんじゃない？
Okay.
いろんなし。
Shrag?
てい。
I
ケイ
know.
ト先輩の
Masquerade?
感謝しよう。
セレク
Please.
ちゃん、ハッピーバー
Please. Oh,
お前
please!
など相手にならん
Is it finally our year for Masquerade? Nene?
見せてみるよ
Oh, I hope so. I hope the EN version finally gets Masquerade. You have no idea. Somehow, someway, everyone's going to hear me scream for wherever you are currently living. They'll be like, oh, I guess Ari learned about the Masquerade happening. That's exactly how it's gonna go.
本気か
Oh, I've been waiting
上司
for
千
so
番
long. Azul has an SSR in it. I cannot wait. I have been obsessed with the Masquerade
この
ones
勝利
since
Waga
I saw
Oni.
it. My Waga Oni. Ooh, some gems. Don't mind if I do. Okay, I have to look up the Masquerade. Hold on. We keep talking about it, but like I just want to look. Masquerade event. Does it show me them all? I don't want spoilers. Event cards. Here we are. And if I find a good post about them, here we go. Yeah. Let me swap over screens to Is it? No. Intriguing. Let me try to add one. Window capture? No. Display capture? Uh-huh. Ah! Wah! That's not the one! Don't look! Ah, remove. Darn! It is window capture. I'm just a dummy. Don't look at me. Haha. Opera. Yes, that's what I want. Right there. Okay. Whoa! I know, right? Crazy! I need to have like a perma one for this, but I don't. But whatever. The secret text. I did one once before. Okay. So we have here. Can I zoomies? Can I zoomies? No. Oh well. Oh, is that silver? We got Jamel. It also tells you when they ran, too. Interesting. Oh, there's somebody look at them. Aren't they cute? And here's the other ones. Okay. Look at Malleus. Ah, is that Deuce? Okay. I just think the events are gonna be really fun, too. That's another thing. Yeah. I don't really use Reddit, so like, don't feel bad if you're not actually doing anything with me on Reddit. I don't advertise it for a reason. I have one, but I have no idea how to use it. Yeah. Oh, tank. Wait, that was the wrong one. Ah, back to the regular schedule program. Board game intelligence. Zippy. Oh, gods, we're back in our prison cell. Oh, woo, scary. Hello and welcome. Thank you for the follow. Oh, King of Mercy. Oh, hi, buddy. Hi. What happened? Wow. I thought I was following? Kinda crazy. I don't know, buddy. Damn. Kinda suspicious. Caught in 4K. Actually, 2K. I only have 2K, but How have you been? Hello. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. There are some people I thought I followed. Like, I watched their streams all the time, and then I looked, and I was like, how did I not? Been there, done that. Yeah, or some people I associate with on X. We're no longer Twitter, apparently. You know, Elon Musk and his obsession with the letter X. Or the number, the letter, the symbol. He must be a pirate in his past life or something. You know, then his little hind pirate brain goes, X means treasure? And it just sets him off. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Was Elon Musk a pirate in his past life? I think so. That's my personal headcanon. Oh man.
今日はご機嫌カリムだったんだぞ。
Azul is in our room with us. Why? How did they allow this? Excuse me, wait a minute. I need an adult. Wait. Why is he in our room? At night? It's nighttime, yeah? Is it a sleepover? Oh, we're having a sleepover. Kalim was in a pretty good mood today.
僕が知るいつものカリムさんでしたね。
That was the regular Kalim I know.
機嫌が悪い時のカリムはもっと目もつり上がってて怖い感じで喋ってるんだぞ。
When he's in a bad mood, he narrows his eyes and just gets a scary tone when he talks.
それは機嫌の良し悪しなのでしょうか。
Are you sure that's what's happening here?
どういうこと？
カリムさんはフロイドのように気分の浮き沈みが激しい印象があまりない
Well
もの
then,
です
call
か
him
ら。
out. You're prone to mood swings yourself, Lloyd. Kalim doesn't give me that same impression.
もっと別の要因があるような気がして。
マジフト大会と期末テストの両順位が悪かったせいだってジャミロは言ってたんだぞ。
Of course Jamel's giving him the excuses. Jamel said it was brought on because of their lousy dorm standings. Is that really the case? Yeah, since when does Sea Otter care? Since when?
ラッコ
See what?
カリムさんのことですよ。フロイドは海の生き物になぞらえたあだ名をつけるのが好きなんです。
Lloyd likes to give people nicknames based on sea creatures.
グリム君のことも丸々とした愛らしいシルエットに親しみを込めてアザラシちゃんと呼んでいるそうですよ。
It's a term of endearment. Yeah, that's the same. If I don't call my friends Stinky, Crunkly, or random names that don't quite match up with their actual names but slightly like their names, like King of Mercy would be Merc, right? Then you're not my friend. No.
丸々としてが余計なんだぞ。
Right? Round! I'm full-bodied! Thank you very much!
ラッコちゃんはいつも太鼓叩きながらニコニコしてるからラッコに似てるでしょ？
See, Otter's always banging on John with a grin on his face, reminds me of those fuzzy sea scamps.
そうですね。彼はいつも朗らかで、成績が悪かったくらいで情緒不安定になるタイプには思えません。
He does have a generally sunny disposition. I can't imagine his demeanor would shift so drastically over something as a minor as unimpressive grades.
やはり原因は別にある可能性が高そうですね。
Yeah, Azul? Azul the detective, go! I agree that the root cause is likely to be something else entirely.
問題解決のためにもカリムさんのことをもっと知る必要がありそうだ。
If we want to get to the bottom of this, we'll need to get to know Kalim better.
ジェイド、少し彼とお話ししてきてもらえませんか？
Jade, would you mind having a little talk with him? Uh-oh.
かしこまりました。ジャミルさんは難しいかもしれない。
What does he mean? What does he mean? Uh-oh. Consider it done. Jamil will be a harder target, but...
カリムさんなら素直に僕とお話ししてくれるかもしれません。
Kalim might be willing to talk openly with me.
じゃあその間俺は海蛇くんに遊んでもらおっかな。
Wow. Uh-oh. I think I'll play with Sea Snake in the meantime. Wow. Good luck.
それはいい。僕も一緒にお相手していただくとしましょうか。
Good luck. Good luck. Excellent idea. I'll join you for that. Oh no! He's getting sandwiched. The pincher maneuver. I can't wait.
こいつらずっと目が笑ってねえんだぞ。
Their smiles ain't reached their eyes once this whole time. It's gonna be glorious. Oh. Ooh. Bat comms. What's going on here? Jamil's room.
はあ、カリムのやつ、また勝手に決めちまいやがって。
Yet again, Galima ignored my input and made an arbitrary decision.
俺がどれだけ苦労してると。
Any idea how much extra work that means for me?
今日はもうカリムは寝たし、何も問題は起こらないだろう。
Oh, he's asleep now. Surely the rest of tonight should go smoothly. Ah. Please be Azul employed already?
誰だこんな時間に。
Is this the meme of I get sleep because of y'all? Y'all ain't gonna get sleep because of me? Please. A visitor at this hour? Oh
こ
no.
んばんは、ジャミルさん。
No. No, not like this. No. Good evening, Jamil.
こんばんは。
Hi, how's it hanging?
邪魔するんだぞ。
Hi. Hello. Hi. Sorry for the crowd.
何の用だ。
We just decided to pay you a friendly visit.
先ほどカリムさんにご案内いただいた宝物庫で見たことのないボードゲームを見つけまして。
When Khalid gave us a tour of the treasury, we spotted a board game I've never seen before. Please do not tell me it's Jumanji. We're doomed. If anybody in this school gets a hold of Jumanji, we're done for.
カリムさんにルールを説明していただいたので
We're
す
done
が、
for.
どうも要領を得ない。
I asked Khalid to explain the rules, but it's still not quite making sense to me.
この穴の開いた木の板と宝石で遊ぶゲーム、どうやって遊ぶの？
Oh, it's this wood board with little divots, and you put gems in them or something? How's that work?
ああ、マンカラか。ネッサの国ではポピュラーなゲームだよ。
I recognize the board. That's a popular game in the land of scalding sand.
ボードゲーム部の僕としてはぜひ遊んでみたく
A
て。
very good
一
inn.
曲手合わせ願えませんか？
Mancala. Is that what it's called? Is that the actual board game name? Oh, really? As a member of the board game club, I'm always looking to try new games. Would you care to play around with me? You know, probably like 3 a.m.
俺も海蛇くんと遊びたい。
Oh, me too. I want to see what you got, Sea Snake.
勝負とあっちゃグリム様も参加しねえわけにいかねえんだぞ。
The Great Grim never misses out on a competition.
カリムも寝たし、まあいいか。
Khalid's gone to bed. I don't see why not.
わかったよ。この人数じゃ俺の部屋は狭い。談話室に行こう。
Wow! Board game party! Let's go! Let's go to the lounge. Not enough room in my dorm. Alright. So is that board game called Mancala? Mancala. It is! Okay. Ooh, what is it? I am intrigued. Oh. I don't know, but it's shiny! Ooh, shiny gems. They had me at shiny. Staying discreet. I think I started at chapter 21 today. We'll find out later.
「ごめんなさいカリムさん。まさかもうお休みだったとは思っていなくて。
that's right, and he's not asleep now. Okay, I'm sorry about this, Kaleem. I wasn't expecting you to already be in bed for the night.
明日にすればよかったですね。もう一度宝物庫が見たいなんてわがままを。
This can wait until tomorrow, honest. I know it's selfish of me to ask to see the treasury again.
いいっていいって気にすんなよ。で、何が見たいんだ？
What do you want to see?
倉庫の奥に積まれていた
The
タペストリー
tapestry
や絨毯な
carpets
どが
further
気
in
に
the
なっ
back.
ていて、
Interesting.
ああいった繊維を用いた
Where are they
工
going
芸
with
品
this
は
one, though?
海の中ではほとんど見かけませ
You
ん。
don't see many textile handicrafts under the sea, you know.
僕、ネッサの国の文化にとても興味があるんです。
I've always been fascinated with Scalding Sands culture.
乾いた砂が広がる世界なんて、海の底とは正反対の世界ですから。
He does have a point. After all, what can be further from the bottom of the ocean than a world of arid sand?
あ、絨毯といえば、お前たちの寮に似合いそうな色のもあるぜ。
Speaking of carpets, I've got one with colors that would be perfect fit for your dorm.
物置で埃をかぶってるのももったいない。
What an
よ
absolute
ければ持っていくか？
wholesome bean. It would be a shame to let it keep gathering dust in the storeroom. Why don't you take it back with you?
よろしいんですか？
Are you sure? And you know what's funny? Jade is actually probably like truly touched.
もちろんだ。
Or at least excited.
着いたぜ。
Absolutely, and here we are. What are we in here for, though? Like, genuinely, what are we here for?
ああ、やはり近くで見ると一層素晴らしい。
It's even more amazing when I study it up close. I know, gold is really pretty.
カリムさん、この鮮やかなピーコックグリーンの反物は？
Kaleem, what's that lovely peacock green fabric?
それは絹で織られたものだな。
I want it! I'm not selfish, but I want it! That's woven out of silk! A peacock green silk!
すげえ昔、王族は王族としか結婚できないって法を改正して、
Long ago, back when they first reformed the law stating that royalty could only marry royalty.
スラ
Okay.
ム育ちの平民の男と結婚した姫さんがい
Here
て
is the、story.
その姫さんがよく着てた色なんだ。
There was a princess who wanted a common man raised in the slums. She often wore that color.
ネッサの国で、その色は男女ともにすごく人気がある。
I wouldn't call that peacock green. I'd say that's more of a cyan, wouldn't it be? It's a popular color among men and women alike in the Scalding Sands.
素晴らしい。人間の世界に興味津々な人魚姫が見たら、全部欲しくなってしまいそうな宝物ばかり。
Were a princess fascinated with the human realm were to see these treasures, she'd have been desperate to have them all.
これだけの宝物、きっと管理も大変でしょ？
Can't be easy keeping track of so many luxuries, and that carpet just escaped way too
管
easily.
理はジャミルに任せきりなんだ。
Hmm.
たまに
I
虫
think
干しも
I
して
see
くれて
where
る。
this is going. Intriguing. I leave all the organizational stuff to Jamil. He airs them out on occasion. Yeah, but how much can you trust that?
ジャミルさんは本当に有能な補佐官でいらっしゃいますね。アズールも褒めていました。
Jamil is quite the competent right-hand man, isn't he? Azul was saying the same thing.
そうだろ。あいつはすごいやつなんだ。
The guy's pure
俺に
amazing.
魔法や勉強を教えてくれたのもジャミルでさ。
Wow,
家庭教師なんかよりずっと教え方がうまくて。
that extreme? It was Jamil who taught me magic and tutored me. He was a way better tutor than any of the ones my family hired.
ダンスもすげえうまいんだぜ。なんでかあんまり人前で踊らないけど。
He's a great dancer too. Not that he does much of that around others.
そんなに有能なジャミルさんは今のあなたについて何もおっしゃらないのですか？
Here we go. He's trying to see if he actually remembers what's been happening. If he's that competent, why doesn't he speak up to you about what you've been doing? Good question.
え？
What?
長期休暇だというのに寮生を実家に帰さず毎日厳しい特訓を強いている。
Keeping students from going home on a long holiday and forcing them into harsh training every day?
普段のあなたからは想像もで
It's
きない
strange
行
to
動
imagine
で
you doing such a thing. So why?
ああ、それ
Hmm.
は
Yeah?
俺たちには特訓が必要だったから。
It's
かな。
because we really needed extra training, I guess?
ご自分の決定でしょ。
It was your
なぜ疑問
decision.
形なんです？
Wasn't it?
そうなんだよな。
It definitely
俺が決め
was,
てるは
but
ず。なん最近よくぼーっとしちまうんだ。
I've been spacing out a lot lately.
それはなぜです？
ジャミルが言うには2年生で寮長になった忙しさで疲れているからだろうって。
Jamil says it's probably fatigue from me becoming house warden as a sophomore.
ほう。
Huh? That's what I would say, huh?
昔から俺難しい話を前にすると寝ちまってたからさ。
I've always had this habit of nodding off when I start working my brain too hard. Is that true?
それでよく家庭教師やジャミルに怒られてたんだよな。
That's a good way to gaslight, gatekeep, boss you around. My tutors and Jamil were always on my case about it. What
何が難しいんですか？
are you finding difficult at the present?
寮対抗戦で負けたとか、期末試験の結果が悪かったとか、その責任とか対策とか。
That sounded really mechanical, buddy. Our loss in interdorms, our bad grades in the exams, our irresponsibility, remedial measures.
そんでいろいろ考えてるとぼーっとしちまうんだ。ダメな寮長だよな。
When I dwell on those, I end up just spacing out. I'm pretty lousy house warden, huh?
この冬休みの居残り特訓はあなたがお決めになったのでは？
Bring it back to this. Wasn't it your decision to keep the students over the holidays for special training?
確かそ
I
う
think
だっ
it
たと
was.
思う。
Uh-huh.
また煮え切らないお
Jade
返
is
事で
such.
すね。
Oh, Jade is good.
うん、
Jade is good. Another non-committal answer.
仕方ありません。勝率は5分というところですが、
Jade,
僕の
Jade.
切り札を出すとしましょう。
It's got a 50-50 chance at best of paying off, but I think I'll gamble my trump card.
いった。
What?
どうした
What?
すみません。目にホコリが入ってしまったみたいで、
Ooh.
少し見てもらえませんか？
Sorry, I think I got a speck of something in my eye. Could you take a look at it for me?
大丈夫か？ちょっとしゃがんでくれ。どっちの目だ？
Which eye?
左目を。
Oh, oh crap! Oh crap! My left eye.
僕の左目を見て。そ
Oh my
う。
goodness,
そん
he's
なに
doing
怖
it!
がらないで。
Everyone,
力
hold
に
on!
なりたいんです。
What's the procedure? What do we do? That's it. Look into my left eye. Don't be afraid. I want to help you.
ショック・ザ・ハート。
Okay. Wait a minute. Does Jade and I have the same left eye? I just realized that. How did it take me that long to realize that? We have the same left eye like we're buddies. Huh?
あなたはこの質問に真実で答えなくてはなりません。
You will answer them honestly. Mind control! Okay.
あなたは
Do you know? Conspiracy theory, new sibling? Uh-oh. Arius Jade. What do we know? Right, no, not a cliffhanger. No! No! Not a cliffhanger! Stinky. Stinky. This chapter's a little too close to home right now. Feeling the heat. Huh. Huh.
やったー
Oh, let's see, we're
今
back
回
in the
は俺の
lounge.
勝ちこれで3
That's
勝
three for me.
集中力が高い時のフロイドはやっぱり勝負強いな。
You're a tough competition when you're focused, Floyd.
また負けた。アズール、容赦ねえんだぞ。
And so you're relentless.
これで僕は5勝0敗。まあ、ボードゲーム部として当然の結果
Oh
です
man. Is anyone surprised that was a one? Anyone? No? Okay. That brings me up to 5-0. I'd be an affront to the board game club with anything less, of course. To be fair, you're way out of your league. I'm not sorry.
ジャミルさんは2勝3敗ですか
2 to 3, I see.
ああ、久しぶりだから腕が鈍ったかな。
It's been a while since I played. I suppose I've gotten rusty.
昔はよくカリムに勝つまでやるって毎日何時間も付き合わされてたっけ。
Back in the old days, Kalim would spend hours a day making me play with him, insisting on going until he won a
こういう
game.
の弱いくせにな。
His middling skill, imagine that.
なるほど。それでですか。
I see, yes, that would explain it.
何がなるほどなんだ。変なやつだな。
You sure love your cryptic little aside.
いいえ、こちらの話です
Forget it. No, I said
カリ
anything.
ムさんとは幼い頃から一緒に育ったのですね
So you and Kalim essentially grew up together, correct?
それこそ物心つく前からだな。そういえば、君たちオクタビデヌの3人も幼馴染だったか？
We've been together for as long as I can remember. Yeah, speaking of which, you three Octavanel boys have been friends since childhood, I hear.
そうらしいね。
That's what they say.
らしいってなんで人事みたいに言うんだぞ。
Yeah, what's that supposed to mean? You're talking like you're not even one of them.
俺たちエレメンタリースクール入ってからずっと一緒のクラスだったらしいけど、
Classmates to elementary school.
俺アズールを認識したのミドルスクール入る直前だし。
Personally, I barely knew Azul existed until before middle school.
だからあんま幼馴染っぽい思い出とか。
I don't know. If you know somebody growing up, I guess it's still a childhood friend, though. I don't know. Technically, his childhood was over. I don't know. Huh. No, I don't know a lot of my classmates existed either. To be fair. It's got a serious case of tunnel vision. I agree. I'm not gonna pay attention to everyone I went to school with. I don't care. Sorry, not sorry.
僕それはおとなしいタイプだったので目立たない生徒だったんですよ
I was a rather quiet boy myself. I hardly ever stood out in class.
別の意味で目立ってそうだったけどな。主に横幅が。
I knew it was coming. I knew. As soon as Graham opened his big mouth, you stood out in other ways, though. Not many guys can claim to be as cute and round as. Aww. Cute. Baby Azul is the cutest thing ever. Adorable little octopus. I just want to pinch his little cheekies. You can't tell me he's not the cutest little one ever. Look, if I wasn't going to possibly get in trouble for adding emotes to my Twitch chat from Twisted Wonderland or a baby or otherwise, I would have added them. I'm afraid though, right? Because of the policies about like outsourcing, not so much. Oh, that's why I tried to add little things here and there, like my Discord has them. My channel points are technically from Twisted Wonderland as well.
グリムさんそれは内密にと何度も言いましたよね
Anyway, one of them would be Baby Azul. It would definitely be Baby Azul. No holds barred. None. No. Graham, I believe we've been over this multiple times. You were not to dredge up the forbidden lore. The forbidden lore.
それなのに今は君が寮長？随分と不思議な関係だな。
Yet here you are now, presiding over them as house warden. You have a curious relationship. Oh, reminds me, chat. I've been thinking about doing an official yet not so official debut stream thing that most streamers do. I just never bothered because it's a lot of effort. But I thought about at least doing like a 24-hour stream for my anniversary of streaming, and that's on New Year's. I don't know. Thinking about it. Yeah, here now, presiding over them as a house warden. Curious relationship.
そう今はアズールの言うこと聞いてるのが面白いからそうしてるだけ。
Sippy. You think I just do what Azul says? Cause it's more fun that way. New Year's? Yeah. Like 31st to the 31st to the 1st. Yeah. So like New Year's, Eve. New Year's Eve to New Year's Day. There we go. If you actually check my YouTube channel, I made it, I think, on the 31st. And then I like completed setting it up on the 1st. I made it my New Year's resolution. I was in a call with some other friends of mine. And they told me, oh, you should totally like get into streaming and making content and stuff. And I never looked back. Yeah, it's really fun and I like it.
ジェイドもフロイドも僕に服従している気はないんでしょう。
I strongly doubt Jade or Floyd have any binding allegiance to me.
彼らにとってはそういうごっこ遊びなんです。
Oh man. They just decided to become, instead of little leeches, they became little, oh no, they're leeches. They're leeches. They're leeches, alright. They're sucking your blood. They're like stuck on you. This is all an elaborate game to pretend to them. I don't know. They're a little attached to you, buddy.
主従ごっこということか。
Your relationship is getting more confusing by the minute.
僕がリーダーとして間違った。あるいはつまらない選択をしたときは。
You found that out, didn't you? If I made a poor choice as a leader, or even simply a boring one.
二人はあっさり僕から離れ、領長の座を奪うはずです。
Well, they would turn on me instantly and seize the house warden seat for themselves.
まあ、挑まれても負ける気はしません。
Not that I'd lose a challenge. If they challenge me, of course. Yeah, well.
俺らも挑む予定はないけどね。今んとこは。
Look at our little unhinged boy. We ain't got any plans to challenge him either, for now.
あくまで君たちは対等な関係なんだな。
So essentially, the three of you are all equals in each other's eyes.
今は面白いから一緒にいるし、つまんなくなったら一緒にいなくなるってだけ。
Look how tall. Look how tall the brothers are. Ridiculous. Yeah, we stick with him now because it's fun. If it stops being fun, we drop him like a bad habit. Easy.
つうか、副領長は領長の家来じゃないし、普通じゃん。
It ain't like the vice warden is the house warden's servant or nothing. Here you go. Propaganda. Hit him with the propaganda. It's a pretty normal relationship if you ask me.
普通ね。
Normal.
生まれた時からアジーム家の従者の俺にはやっぱりよくわからない。
Oh, I suppose that concept is lost on me. I've always been loyal of the Asim house.
主人は主人、従者は従者だ。おそらく一生な。
Ooh, look at that expression. And that will likely never change. Indeed.
お、なんだお前ら。まだ遊んでるのか？
Hey guys, are you still gaming? Oh, shook. Uh-oh.
マンカラか。懐かしいな。昔ジャミルと何時間も勝負したっけ？
Oh, here it is. Oh, it says Omen Kama. That takes me back. I used to play it for hours on Anima Jumil. I'm glad they actually said it too. See, this is why I like chat. Chat tells me everything.
お前、もう寝てたはずじゃ。
Thought you went to bed, Kaleem.
どうして一人でフラフラ出歩くなといつも言ってるだろう。もしまた誘拐されでもしたら。
I've told you not to wander around by yourself. What if someone abducted you?
心配性だな、ジャミルは。大丈夫だ
Jade's
よ。
been with me
Jade
the
も一緒だっ
whole
たし。
time.
は？ジェイド？
Hi.
はい。
Hi.
ずっとカリムさんのそばにいましたよ。
Yes, hello. I've been keeping Kaleem company. Hi, Jamil.
カリムさんは本当に親切な方ですね。
See,
いろいろと丁寧に教えてくださって。
Kaleem is so generous. He's been teaching me all sorts of things.
お前、カリムに何をした？
What do you mean? Hot calling the kettle black? What did you do to Kaleem?
何とは？
What did
僕たちは
I
た
do?
だ楽しくお話ししていただけですよ。ねえ、カリムさん。
I was just having a pleasant conversation with him. Isn't that right, buddy?
うん。物置を案内してただけだぜ。
I'm just showing him around the storeroom. See?
ああ、そうだジャミル。うちから持ってきた銀と青の絨毯があっただろ。
Yeah, Jamil, you know that silver and blue carpet we brought with us when we came here?
あれ、どこにあるか知ってるか？俺じゃ見つけらんなくてさ。
I couldn't find it for the life of me.
戻ろう、カリム。
You're not gonna answer. Have you been selling his stuff like on the low key? Wait a minute. We're leaving, Kaleem.
なんだよ急に。
Why?
いいから、部屋に戻るぞ。
What is he grounded? Back to your room now.
わかったから引っ張るなって。
Yeesh.
悪いジェイド、絨毯はまた今度な。
I'll need the carpet some other time. Wow.
はい。またいずれ。
Oh, Jade has the deets. Spill the tea. Certainly, I'm sure we'll be seeing each other very soon. Oh, we got another one. We got more. Uh-oh. Wow. Yeah. Content. Ooh. I try to keep a certain amount. Let me see here. So we like did. Yes. Thwarted by heart. Thwarted by heart. Huh. What mean? Oh, meeting time.
お疲れ様でした、ジェイド。カリムさんとはお話できましたか？
Good work, Jade. Did you have your talk with Kaleem?
はい。やはりアズールの予想通りでした。
And it was just what you expected.
おそらくカリムさんは誰かに魔法で洗脳され操られています。
We said it! We said it! Say it louder for the ones in the back. It's likely that Kaleem is magically mind controlled by someone who is making him do these things.
洗脳？
Mind control? It rings a bell for me.
そんなことできんのか？
Is it even possible?
ナギーさんのように体を操る魔法とは別に精神を乗っ取るタイプの催眠魔法も存在はします。
You know how Reggae has magic that manipulates the body? There's also hypnosis magic that takes control of a target's mind.
しかし、体を操るものよりかなり高度な技術と魔力を必要とするので、
Requires a far higher degree of skill and magical power than its bodily counterpart.
使用できる魔法師はかなり限られていますが、
Which means very few magicians are capable of using it.
アズール並みの魔力とテクがないとやれないよね。
You gotta have skills and power on par with Azul for that.
僕でも人間のように自我が確立している生き物を操るのは
That's a good point.
難しいと思いますよ。
Even I would be hard pressed to control living creatures with their own egos like humans.
でもアズールみたいにすごいやつスカラビアにはいない気がするんだぞ。
But I don't think anybody in Scarabia is half as good as you, Azul.
カリムのユニーク魔法も水が出るだけの大したことねえやつだったし。
Grim underhandedly complimenting? Even their own house warden Kaleem's big signature spell is just a glorified water spout.
ジャミルも成績は10段階のオール5って言ってたんだぞ。
Yeah, because he's lying. And their vice house warden Jamil is saying he got 5s across the board out of the 10 level grading scale.
それはどうでしょう。脳ある鷹は爪を隠すと言いますからね。
Yeah, an even level of 5s across the grading scale is already suspicious as it is. I wouldn't be so sure. You know what they say, a clever hawk hides its talent.
で、誰が何のためにラッコちゃんを洗脳してんの？
So who's mind controlling Sea Otter and why?
残念ながらそれについては聞き出すことができませんでした。
Couldn't get any answers.
ジェイドのユニーク魔法でもわ
You
かんなか
couldn't
ったって
figure it
こ
out even
と？
with your signature spell?
ジェイドのユニーク魔法？
Wait. Jade's unique magic?
そういえば俺様たちジェイドのユニーク魔法は見たことねえんだぞ。
Never seen Jade's signature spell. What's it do?
フロイド。ユニーク魔法の内容を他人に明かすのは感心しないといつも言っているでしょ。
Floyd, what have I told you about blurting out the details about my signature spell in the presence of others? To not to.
ま、監督生さんたちには種明かしをしてもいいんじゃありませんか？
I don't see the harm in disclosing this to Ari and Graham, actually.
魔法耐性がない人間はたとえ真実を知っていても防げるものではありませんから。
Technically true. Knowing a signature spell's function wouldn't make a magic bereft human, hey, wait a minute, any more susceptible to it than they already are.
なんか若干バカにされてる気がするんだぞ。
So it's harmless, because we're harmless. Great, that makes me feel way better.
はあ、仕
Thanks.
方ありませんね。
Gee, thanks. Well, if I
僕の
must.
ユニーク魔法は効果を知ればほとんどの相手に警戒されてしまうので。
My unique power is one that would make most people guarded around me if they knew what it did. Well, I mean, you're you, so I would be guarded anyway.